You ever notice how confident people sound when they talk about prompting?
Oh yes. It's always the same tone.
You just need the right prompt.
Like there's a secret sentence somewhere.
One magic command. And brilliance comes out the other side. Unleash your creative AI engine.
Episode 1: The Perfect Prompt Myth.
The reality is a little more interesting than that.
Because the interface is misleading,
It looks like a question box.
which makes people assume the system behaves like a search engine.
Type the right words. Get the right answer.
But productive work with AI actually looks more like a loop.
Step 1. You bring a fragment, an example, constraint, or rough draft.
Then the system responds to that fragment.
Now you evaluate what came back, what's useful, what's wrong, what's promising.
And then you redirect, tighten constraints, add examples, or shift the target.
And suddenly you're not prompting. You're iterating.
Which explains why people who treat this like a conversation get better results.
The improvement comes from the loop itself.
Which leads to the real question.
If the secret isn't the prompt, why does everyone focus on prompts? If the prompt isn't the real leverage, why does everyone focus on it?
Because that's the part everyone can see.
The interface reinforces the idea that prompting is the entire process.
You type something. And a result appears.
Which encourages a very specific mental model.
It looks something like this.
You insert the prompt.
The system processes it.
And the final answer drops out.
Which sounds reasonable. Until you actually try working this way.
Because the results are inconsistent.
Sometimes the response is useful.
Sometimes it's irrelevant.
And sometimes it's surprisingly insightful.
The reason for that inconsistency is simple.
The vending machine model isn't how the system works.
It's actually an interaction loop.
Which means every response becomes part of the next instruction.
The interaction itself is the engine.
Which changes the role of the person using it.
You aren't just asking questions.
You're directing the loop.
If you're directing the loop, that changes your role completely.
Because you're no longer just asking questions.
You're shaping the interaction itself.
Which makes the activity look less like searching. And more like directing.
Let's look at what that actually means.
You begin with a fragment.
The system expands that fragment.
You evaluate the result.
And then you redirect the system.
Which starts the cycle again.
The important thing to notice here is where improvement happens.
It's not in writing longer prompts.
It's in how you guide the next iteration.
Which means the skill isn't prompting.
The skill is directing.
And once someone understands that, their results start improving very quickly.
Because every loop builds on the previous one.
Which creates a very different experience from the vending machine model.
Instead of trying to guess the perfect prompt, you build momentum.
And that momentum changes what becomes possible. That momentum we just described is where things start to get interesting.
Because each loop improves the next one.
Which means the results compound.
Here's that whole loop again. Watch what improves the next pass.
Every evaluation improves the next direction.
And every redirection sharpens the outcome.
Which leads to a surprising pattern.
The people getting the best results usually aren't writing better prompts.
They're directing better loops.
Which means the real leverage isn't the prompt.
The leverage is in how you steer the system.
Which brings us back to the directing loop.
Fragment.
Expansion.
Evaluation.
Redirection.
And the cycle repeats.
Once you see that model, AI starts making a lot more sense.
You're no longer searching for answers.
You're shaping outcomes.
And that's when the real capability begins to appear.
In the next episode, we'll explore why the vending machine idea is so persistent.